What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and today, and actually this entire weekend is going to be awesome as we are finding my friend, the Car Destroyer, a new car. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. I will link the video down below. The Car Destroyer is a good friend of mine, but he sucks at owning cars, and he just got rid of his 2008 Mercedes S550, and it had a ton of things wrong with it. So I show you everything that's wrong with it. Then I talk about how much CarMax offered him for it because it's actually insane, and then he went and sold it to them. But anyway, today we're gonna find him a new vehicle, something way more simple and way more rugged, so he'll have a harder time destroying it, or at least I hope. So first off, let's take a look at my 5 cars and pick out one of them to go check out the Car Destroyer's possible new car. First up, we have the baby family hauler, and every mob wife from the mid-2000s dream, a diamond or pearl white or whatever they call it, 2005 Cadillac Escalade. This has never been on the channel before because honestly, I don't know what to film with this thing. It's just a regular, everyday soccer mom mobile, and I know it's basically a Chevy Suburban with fake wood grain and fancier leather, but I absolutely love it, and honestly it's been very reliable for us, but I don't think we're gonna take this one. Next up, we have the world famous, or at least sort of YouTube famous, world's cheapest AMG car, and that is of course my $200 1999 C43 AMG, which runs and drives really well, but is completely destroyed with horrible Bondo bodywork. And see these ground effects right here? They're actually made up with some materials that people use on drywall. So although I would love to take this to go take a look at the Car Destroyer's new car, it has no plates and is totally illegal right now. Next up may surprise you. This is my 2013 Chevy Volt. It's actually my second 2013 Chevy Volt, as they were so heavily discounted when the new ones came out that I picked this up for less than half of its sticker price, and I'll cover that in another video. But I absolutely love this thing. I drive it every single day, about 45 miles, and I never use any gas, and it's super reliable, and it's the only car I have that I never have to work on. But it's too boring, so we're not taking this one. We could take this, but this video would be very long. And that only leaves us with 2 possible options: my 500-ish horsepower 2003 Mercedes-Benz E55 AMG, or my 1,000-ish horsepower 2001 Pontiac Trans Am WS6. Which one would you guys take? All right, guys, I'm at the meetup spot. We're at a JCPenney parking lot right by my house, and as you can see behind me, I had to drive the Trans Am. It is like 50 degrees in December now in Chicago, and these days they are running out. Honestly, we shouldn't even be here right now. It should be snowing, but global warming?
What is this video about?
This video is about a car that I'm finding for my friend who I nicknamed the Car Destroyer. So you gotta check out my channel where I show you his once awesome Mercedes that he ruined. So
oh, let me see. So whose car is this?
So this is mine, and we're waiting for a car to get here. It'll be here in like a few minutes. If you want to hang out and check it out, you're more than welcome.
Sure.
I'm really hoping that we get this one because it's 5 minutes away from my house, and the other one's 2 hours away from my house, and they're basically the same kind of car with very similar modifications. But then again, if we go see the one that's 2 hours away, we're totally taking the Trans Am, so that's a great excuse for a road trip. Here it is. This is the type of car that I picked out for the Car Destroyer, a Jeep Wrangler. They have an awesome straight 6.4 liter engine that's been around for like 70 years. It's indestructible. This one is an automatic. That's what the Car Destroyer wanted. These Jeep Wranglers, though, do have some inherent issues. Mainly that's with the frame, so that's kind of what we're looking at. And the previous owner told me this was a plow truck, so it has only 56,000 miles on it, but that can also be a little bit risky because with plowing comes salt. So I gotta get under there, check out the frame, see what kind of condition it's in, and also he let me know that it was painted, and I think it looks great. What do you guys think of this color? I think it totally matches what a Jeep Wrangler should look like, and this one's already lifted with big wheels, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm gonna get underneath there, check it out, and I will report back what the real condition of this car is, because it looks good, but we all know that cars can look good but be total lemons in reality. Right away, I popped the hood, checked out under here, and I noticed that there is quite a bit of rust going on here in the fuel rail and the brake booster, and that is more of an indication of what's going on here. That could indicate some issues with the frame. They love to rot out. especially in the Midwest with salt, and that's all this thing did was plow streets with a bunch of salt on it. So I already got underneath there. It's really hard to show on camera, but the frame has a ton of undercoating and there is a lot of rust. Nothing's rotted through yet, but it's just a matter of time. And then also the floor has been patched up. He's asking $13,500 for this Jeep, and I know that sounds a lot for a 2000 Jeep, but these things hold their value like crazy, and that is a normal amount of money to pay for one in really nice condition. So I have a feeling we're going to be passing on this one. We're going to go check out the one a couple hours away. So road trip in the Trans Am. And sorry, I'm whispering, they are right behind me. Now that it's just me, you, and the Trans Am, let's talk about the real deal with that Wrangler. Overall, I liked it, and I think it's gonna make someone else really happy because it had a lot of positives. The lift kit was just done, the paint looked pretty good, and also it only had 56,000 miles, which is crazy. But I have to treat this Jeep search as if it was for myself, because whichever one the Destroyer ends up buying, I'm likely gonna be the guy working on it. So I'd much rather have one with a lot more mileage that either has a mint condition frame because the truck's from, let's say, Arizona, or the frame has basically been replaced. So I'm not saying this frame was horrible. I think it'll last many more years, but eventually most of these Midwest Wranglers need the framework done, and that's just work I don't do. So that brings me to the next Wrangler we're gonna be checking out, and I'm really excited about this one because it's a one owner and they have a stack of receipts, including receipts for a lift kit, big wheels, and the entire frame has been replaced on this thing. Basically, it's all coated and it looks mint. So this one is in Indiana, so we're gonna be doing a little road trip in the Trans Am, and that will be tomorrow, but for you guys, it will be right now. And here we are in Goshen, Indiana, about 2.5 hours outside of Chicago, and the Trans Am road trip went perfectly, except I got a ticket on the highway, but the cop was super cool, and I think I'm gonna be okay with that. So let me show you guys what the Car Destroyer ended up buying, and that would be right here. An absolutely perfect 2000 Jeep Wrangler. And ladies and gentlemen, I do not like to brag, but I don't care. I'm bragging on this one because this is one of the nicest old used vehicles that I've ever found for someone, and I've checked out a lot of cars in my day. This is the type of old vehicle that you want to buy. The entire family was here. This was a one owner vehicle. I thought they were gonna cry when they signed over the title, and that's the kind of experience you want when you're buying a vehicle, someone that cared for their car as if it was their baby. And actually they bought this the first year their son was born, so this meant a lot to them. It was actually kind of sad. Also, they gave us a stack of receipts for everything that's been done to this Jeep, the lift kit, the wheels, it's had some framework, all the maintenance, everything. It's been done on time and absolutely perfect. So why did I find this for the Car Destroyer? I'm sure that's gonna be the #1 question in the comment section. Alex, why would you get the Car Destroyer? Such a nice vehicle. He's going to destroy it. That's what he does. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but first, let me just give you a walk around so you guys can see how sweet this Wrangler is. Like I said, this is a 2000 Jeep Wrangler. It has 104,000 miles on it, and my friend paid $12,000. And if you're thinking right now, Alex, how is an 18-year-old Chrysler product with 104,000 miles on it and roll-up crank windows worth $12,000? Well, all I can say is look this up on eBay and Auto Trader and all that good stuff. These Jeep Wranglers hold their value as if the tanks were lined in gold. It's kind of crazy, but honestly, this has such a cult following. It's kind of like a Harley Davidson. People love these, and so do I. Now, of course, I'm gonna make another video showing you guys all the cool features of this Jeep, all the modifications. We'll throw it up on my rack in the garage so you guys can see how mint this thing is underneath. And for all of you looking for a Wrangler, the #1 thing you need to look for is the frame. They rot out like crazy on these, especially if they're Midwest vehicles. So you got two choices: get one from Arizona or California or something like that, or you buy one like this that had the frame basically replaced. And this one was done at a professional speed shop, and it looks perfect, and it's all coated. And this is what I'm talking about. This frame is essentially brand new, and it's all been painted and coated and done by a shop that actually sells these frames. So it's done very, very well. And this costs a lot of money, so you don't want to have to do that if you buy one of these Jeeps. Just buy one that's already been done or that's already in perfect condition. That's very, very important. So let's talk about why I picked this out for the Destroyer of Cars. There's a few reasons why I picked out such a mint condition vehicle for the Car Destroyer, because I know there's gonna be a lot of purists out there that think this thing is just gonna get destroyed. Couple reasons. First off, this is very basic, not like the S-Class that has a bajillion control modules and some crazy electronics. This has crank windows, like I said, and it's got air conditioning, and I think it has power locks, maybe, that's about it. So there's really nothing to break here. Also, these are very rugged, they're very strong. That straight six engine is just bulletproof. So there's not that much to go wrong with a Wrangler like this, especially one that's had everything done already. Number two, the Car Destroyer has promised to turn over a new leaf. He said he's gonna keep this thing in perfect condition, and I told him that a year from now, I'm gonna make an update video showing you guys the condition of this car, and hopefully it is exactly the same way you guys see it right now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This style video was just totally different for me, a little spontaneous, but I had a really good time, and I kind of do this stuff a lot. My friends are always asking me to come with them to check out cars, and then we end up picking one, so I figured, why not put it on film to show all of you guys? But what do you guys think of videos like that? Would you like to see me go check out real world cars? These wouldn't be auction cars. This is something you would actually buy for yourself. If you guys like that, please comment down below and let me know. And in a future video, of course, I'm gonna show you all the ins and outs of this car, and I will definitely tell you in every video how much we paid for the car, what they're asking, all that good stuff that you wanna know. That'll do it for today's video. If you're new to the channel and checking in for the first time, please consider subscribing. I think you'll really enjoy the content here. I got a 2.5-hour ride back to Chicago, and hopefully I don't get any more tickets in the Trans Am. And if you've been around for a while, thank you so much for the support. We're past 40,000 subscribers, which is just fantastic. So thank you for that. And I hope that everybody has a fantastic day.